हेलो जी, कैसे हो सारे। तो आज की वीडियो थोड़ी सी डीप होने वाली है। तो अगर वीडियो को देखो तो पूरी की पूरी देखना, वरना कोई बात ही नहीं है। ठीक है, थोड़ी क्योंकि इसमें ना थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा ज़्यादा। और इसमें कोई मतलब ये वीडियो बिल्कुल हट के होएगी, क्योंकि इसमें कोई एडिटिंग ज़्यादा कुछ ऐसी खास नहीं है ना। इसमें मेरी आवाज़ है, बस टेक्स्ट वगैरह आएंगे कहीं कहीं पे। तो अगर देखो तो पूरी की पूरी देखना और बताना ही कैसी है वीडियो, ठीक है।
Obviously, you will not change your perspective just by listening to me, and I am so glad for this, but please consider my points and rethink them just for 2 minutes. That's all I want from my side. Let's begin with the question: who is God? God is the one who is omnipresent, that is present everywhere at the same time. Who is omnipotent, that is having unlimited power. Who is the creator of the universe, space-time, and all living beings. Who is the highest intellect and energy, and who does all the things perfectly. Now the question arises, does God exist? The simple answer is, we all don't know the absolute answer, but we are very good at making theories and assumptions, and I will tell you what are my thoughts. But before moving on to the video, let me introduce myself. I am Ujjwal Maheshwari, age 19, and I am an atheist. I lost my belief 5 to 6 years ago, but don't know about the future, as life is unexpected. The 10 reasons why I don't believe in God. 1. If he really exists, he doesn't give a fuck about whether we all humans believe him or not. C. Let me introduce you to the reality of humans. We are one of many species on Earth, which is one of the planets in our solar system, which is a very, very small part of our Milky Way galaxy, which is one of the trillion galaxies in our universe, which may be one of the so many universes in the multiverse and whatnot. Now, do you understand? We are negligible as compared to him, so it doesn't matter to him even if he exists. 2. I don't believe in the concept of the afterlife worlds hell and heaven. I think it is just a psychological concept made for controlling and restraining us from doing evil things by frightening us. 3. Mythology gods are not the gods. I think they were just humans, but very, very great, who could be so rare at that time too, and their stories are written by our great ancestors with adding some fiction to make it crispy, just to teach us morals and ethics and to inspire us to do great things. 4. The reason behind worshipping God is usually wrong. We humans usually follow God not because we love him, but because we are afraid of him and the afterlife world hell, so we don't want to make him angry, and also because we want many things from him by doing a little hard work. If you observe others' actions and mentality, you will find this, and don't start by observing yourself, because we don't want to prove ourselves wrong. Many times people practice self-deception and they told themselves and others that they love God, but in reality, their actions are the product of their fear and greed. 5. Evolution theory makes more sense. We are not that special and lucky that someone created us and gave only us more intelligence than other organisms. We humans are just a product of evolution, nothing supernatural. 6. There is no logical reason for God to create us. Some say that we are part of him, but why did he need to make these parts of himself? 7. I tried my theory many, many times. When you come from a family where all members strongly believe in God, then it's natural to recheck and test your theory many, many times. I have tried to give myself so many contradictions, debate and discuss with so many believers of God, tried and tested this theory in so many different situations just to observe and find whether my theory is really worth it, and I test this theory now too. But not even a single time it failed. 8. Believing God sometimes lead to negative impacts. People generally think that doing religious rituals directs their fate and they can please him by doing these rituals, but it is incorrect because of the first reason. Some people are neglecting their families because of the deep engagement in worshiping. Some spend lots of time praying. Some differentiate them with others just based on different religions, whose worst case lead to religious violence, and the only logical reason they gave for fighting is, we are just fighting for our gods. Most of them become greedy and think that God is the source from which they can get what they want, like name, fame, happiness, and whatnot. Almost all of them give unnecessary money to religious places and priests and waste food and milk in the name of so-called religious rituals. Giving these things to the needy ones will be more better than this. 9. It leads me to become more self-dependent and self-reliant. I believe that my actions and my mentality directs me and my fate, nothing else, and it really gives me self-confidence too. 10. There are many rules and stories which don't make sense, like, don't eat onion. But here is the question, why do people still believe in God? 1. Introduction of God becomes the reason for their belief. God is the boss of the whole universe. And who wants to make their boss angry? People give statements like God is this and that, so they believe in God. 2. Due to the concept of the afterlife. Who wants to go to hell when they can easily go to heaven just by doing some rituals and worshipping? 3. They say they have felt and experienced the power of God and some sort of energy. See, I believe that the whole universe is made up of energy, and maybe we humans don't know much about that type of energy, so I will not comment on this statement. Now let's talk about the pros of believing in God. 1. It gives us hope in the hard times and when we are alone in our path. It gives us faith that at least someone is with me. 2. Due to the fear of God, people generally don't move on to wrong evil paths. 3. It creates a sense of community that people gather around. There are also questions like, how is the universe formed in the first place? We know that the whole universe together with all living organisms is made up of atoms or energy. How were these atoms and energy created? What is the reason behind those four natural forces: gravity, electromagnetic force, weak and strong nuclear forces? And the answer is, I don't know, but we will talk about it in another video. But if I have 10 logical reasons to support this theory and 2 to 3 logical reasons to decline this, I will obviously go with 10 because even if he exists, he will not affect by the choice. That's all from my side. Do let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section.